Hey, I think I just called the witch doctor, and they said you're listening to Brain Dump. I'm just gonna play Witch Doctor from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
In the place to be, Chipmunks on the MIC, Witch Doctor. Everybody, can they do it?
Welcome to Brain Dump, where I talk to the witch doctor. Just kidding. No, I didn't. I don't want to play anymore because I will get copyrighted. Hello. Welcome to Brain Dump Witch Doctor Edition. Except there's no doctor, just witch. Yes, you heard that right. Witch. And I do have a joke that I did just Google. Let me see if I already forgot it. Oh. If the broom fits, write it. That's all I have to say. Hi, welcome back to Brain Dump. My name is Nicole Ohas, and I have been going through it. And so I thought it would be really funny I was just gonna do this for myself, and then I was like, wait, I can actually make this a podcast episode and make it entertaining for everybody involved, because a lot of my friends have been using Etsy witches to get themselves jobs, and I was like, I don't even have money to pay an Etsy witch right now. But you know what? Let me just scroll on Etsy and see what the witches are up to. Like, what's going on Etsy town. I found a listing that was like, same hour general reading, or like general something. I honestly forgot let me look at what it was called. It was $3. It was on sale. I was like, I kind of just want to get it just to fuck around. Like, what will this $3 reading get me? I found it. Hold on. The listing was, it said, same hour, blind reading without questions, blind tarot reading, very detailed psychic reading, general spiritual advice, same day, from Julia's Mystical Shop. Thank you, Julia's Mystical Shop. I will now air out my own business onto the internet for them to enjoy. So basically, she gives it says on the thing, on the like listing, 4-page personalized PDF file. Okay, girl. I can't ask questions. That's what that means. Like, a blind reading without questions is like, I'm not specifically asking her to answer a specific thing. I'm just giving her information about myself, and she's just gonna kind of tell me what to do with my life. And so I was like, okay, fuck it, $3, I'll do it. I did that and then went to sleep. So I didn't actually get like any notification about it until this morning when I was at work, and I happened to remember that I paid $3 for an Etsy witch. So I was like, ooh, I want to read it. And then I was like, wait, I can actually just read it on the internet. And so here I am again. I don't usually do this sort of thing. Like, I have tarot cards. I'm not like going to take all this information like personally. I kind of just gave her baseline, like maybe 3 sentences of what I'm kind of looking for in terms of guidance. I will read it to you in a moment, what I said to her, because obviously can't ask her questions. So all I said was, I don't even know if I can pull it up, because like I think she just asks you to like write your name, your age, your sexual orientation, and that's it. Like, I think she literally just goes based off that. But like, I kind of went a bit more kind of detailed when I was talking about it. I'm trying to figure out how I see what I wrote, but I can't find it. So I guess we'll just assume. I'm just, like, from what I can remember, I think I was like, I'm just having, like, issues in various parts of my life, whether it's, like, mental, financial, romantic, all of the above. So please tell me, like, what to do. Please, I'm begging. Because before I commit to, you know, paying a witch to get me a job, I'd rather see what the witches have in store for me. You know, what vibe is she getting from my name and my brief thing that I'm asking about? I don't know if I guess I'll get into it immediately, as I was just going to talk about, like, my week and, like, everything that's happened since last episode, but I think it would just be more fun if I went straight into it, because why would I keep you waiting? Right. Let me see. I have it pulled up on my phone. I'm so interested to see what she's going to say. Again, background. I've been, like, at a standstill, at kind of like a low point in my life right now. I know it doesn't look like that on the internet, but I am sad. I am quite sad. I think usually around the time my birthday comes around, I'm, like, a pretty, like, upbeat personal, like I'm just like, yippee birthday, February. I love the month of February. This year, not so much. I also just remembered this episode's gonna be going out on Valentine's Day, which I will be at home alone. Just kidding, not alone. I will be with my roommates. We'll see what we end up doing, but probably nothing, because it's just a regular Friday for me, you know? Okay, let's see. Dear Nicole, blind tarot reading from Julia. Yes, Julia, please give me reading. Oh my god, there's so much. She wrote so much. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just read it out loud for the class. The Chariot is a card of determination, victory, and control. It represents a journey where you need to harness your inner strength and willpower to overcome obstacles and move forward. The Chariot suggests that while the road may not always be smooth, you have the power to direct your life and navigate challenges. It's a card that calls for discipline, focus, and ambition, indicating that you are in a position where, despite external or internal struggles, success is possible if you maintain control over your emotions and actions. The Chariot shows you can overcome difficulties through sheer determination, even if the journey is tough. It may also indicate a time when you need to take the reins in your life, set clear goals, and actively work towards them. I like that because it's true. I do feel that way. At the moment, I will get personal because that's what this episode is about, I guess, now. So as some of you may know, I did go to school for film, and I graduated with a bachelor's in film in 2023, December of 2023. And ever since then, I've been, looking for jobs in my career field, and I have been proven unsuccessful. I have been working, obviously, like, I have to make a living so I can continue living in Orlando, because I'm not originally from here. And so I've just been working jobs. At the moment, I've dwindled it down to one, because I was at one point working 3 jobs last year. So I'm at one currently, just one. And although at first I did enjoy it, lately I've been feeling very overwhelmed, overworked, very much hopeless whenever I clock in, pessimistic. I'm just like, I can't believe I'm wasting my time, like, doing this, and I'm barely making enough to, like, live my life and, like, pay rent. And I just don't like that. That's not what I was envisioning happening post graduation, making bare minimum. Like, it's just not the life I envisioned. Obviously, no one envisioned like living like that. And of course, I knew going into the, like, major that I chose, that it wasn't going to be the easiest like job search after college, but I figured by now I would have found something. Like, I have been constantly applying since I graduated for like any sort of film, TV, online, like assistant, anything relating to my career, like goals. And nothing. I have had no success whatsoever. And it's really finally settled, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I really have nothing to do about this. Like, I can't do anything about this. I can't afford to move out and like go to a different city and like try to pursue something there. I don't have enough money in my savings to do a lot of things. I actually don't have a lot of money saved because most of my money goes towards paying credit card bills or just bills. And it's really hitting that like I'm currently just living to work and not working to live. Sorry, I'm working to live, not living to work. Um, and that sucks. Like, it's very depressing. I'm trying, to have this at least be a consistent thing I do, so that if if I end up somehow becoming, oh my god, I have hair in my freaking mouth. If I end up becoming successful in this sphere, in this realm of podcasting, or just like being online in general, that my goal is just to be able to sustain myself off of just posting online or like working on creative content online, because that also just fulfills my wants right now in a job. So at the moment, obviously can't do that. I'm not making any money doing this. I'm actually losing money by making a podcast, but I really don't care because it makes me happy, and I think that's all that matters at the end of the day. And it gives me the tools and like experience that I would ever need if I ever wanted to make a project all by myself, because that's what I do every time I turn on this camera and microphone. So, yeah, it's nice to hear that really it's just your attitude that has to change in terms of like this first paragraph. Yeah, I will continue reading. The Two of Pentacles speaks to balance, flexibility, and juggling multiple responsibilities. This card indicates that you might be feeling pulled in many directions, which I am. Whether it's managing work, finances, relationships, or other commitments, the Two of Pentacles suggests that you are trying to maintain harmony while navigating a period of change or uncertainty. It encourages you to remain adaptable and prioritize your resources wisely. While the Two of Pentacles show that you are trying to manage it all, it also advises you to recognize when things may be slipping out of balance and when it's time to reassess and adjust. In the context of your life, it could represent the ongoing struggle to balance various aspects of your personal and professional life, and it urges you to find a sustainable approach so you don't burn out. That might be the most accurate card pulled so far. I always feel like lately I've just been having to balance my job, my social life, my personal life, my relationships, my friendships, just every aspect of my life at the moment just feels like I have to tend to one of them at a time. Otherwise, when I'm not doing anything, I'm just like almost self-sabotaging myself in a way. Yeah. So I feel like the energy is going so much further down than I anticipated, but it's okay. What can I do? Okay, the Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety, worry, and sleepless nights. It often points to deep emotional distress or mental overload, suggesting that you may be overwhelmed by your thoughts and fears. The Nine of Swords indicates that much of the distress you are experiencing may stem from worries or fears that keep you up at night, and it encourages you to confront these anxieties rather than letting them control you. This card can also indicate feelings of isolation, depression, or a sense of being trapped in your own thoughts. All true. The Nine of Swords suggests that while the emotions you're feeling are valid, it's important to recognize that not all of your fears or anxieties are as real or as damaging as they seem. There's an element of self-imposed suffering with this card, as the worries may be amplified by your own mind. It's a call to face your fears and support or release the negative patterns holding you back. This one's also really good. I tend to overthink a lot. And anytime I'm at work and I just have like a moment to myself where I'm not just like kind of on autopilot, but I'm just kind of alone with my own thoughts, and I just start overthinking and like nitpicking everything. And I'm very much my own like biggest critic in that way. And those like little times at work where I have like thinking sessions, I'm always either very negative or very positive, or I'm just like thinking of just like random things that pop in my head. But lately, it truly just is like a how fast can I get out of here, because I'm wasting away, I'm withering away every day. Yesterday it hit me really, really bad, and I finally got to a point where I started crying, and like, okay, I've been wanting to cry for a while because it's been a second. Like, it's been a hot minute since I can remember crying. And usually I'm the type of person to like let it build up until it's like really bad and like my cup overflows type shit. Like, it really takes nothing to kind of like push me over that edge and like just get the tears rolling. And wow, it was bad. It really, really set like everything is kind of just. That's how I feel in every way. So I would say that these cards that she pulled are quite accurate. I think she's onto something here for sure. I need to see. Those are just the cards she pulls. Now she's actually going to talk about like what these mean for me and what I can do. So, Nicole, the cards drawn point to a period of emotional and mental turmoil, but they also offer a sense of hope and power through determination and balance. Let's begin with the Chariot, which represents the strength and determination you have to push forward through the current rough patch. While you may be feeling conflicted in many areas of your life, the Chariot assures you that you are not powerless in this situation. This card is all about taking control, asserting your will, and overcoming obstacles. It may indicate that the struggles you are facing, whether they be in romance, finances, career, or social life, are part of a larger journey where your success depends on your ability to stay focused and directed. The Chariot reminds you that success is achievable, but it will require discipline and determination. For example, if you are facing career uncertainty, I don't know why you pronounced it like that, or financial struggles, the Chariot encourages you to remain focused on your long-term goals. Even if the path is bumpy right now, it suggests that by maintaining control of your emotions and actions, you will be able to steer your life toward a better direction. Similarly, in relationships, the Chariot urges you to take charge of your own emotional well-being and not allow confusion or conflicts to dictate your path. The message here is you are not just a passive observer of your life, but an active participant in shaping your future. That was beautiful. Lisa, you're beautiful for that. Thank you. Something else I forgot to mention. Okay, so I don't know how personal this is going to be because this does relate to work, but I don't think everyone who I work with listens to my podcast. And if they do, they definitely don't listen this far in. Or I don't know. There's like a very, very, very tiny amount of people who do listen. Hey, sorry, my cat is mad at me. So I recently, not even recently, within the last couple months, have developed a work crush, and I had been hanging out with this person very often, quite often even, and I had always kind of just in my mind thought that maybe they like me because of XYZ. Like, I even wrote it down. Mama, I had the notes. Okay, I had the spark notes of like, cause I tend to be very delusional. I'm quite literally one of the most delusional people in my circle. I'm referred to as Delulu Queen. And sometimes I don't even feel like I am delusional, but I like to kind of take things, like look at things from a different perspective so that I don't feel like I'm crazy, because I love, as I mentioned earlier, to overthink. So the more, I get into my head about this kind of stuff, the more I'm like, okay, let me take a step back. Like, let me look at this from a different person's perspective. Like, if someone was doing XYZ things and like they thought of you in this sort of way, like, do you think that they like you, or are they just being friendly? And the answer turned out to be just friendly, and that's okay. Hi. So I had written down all of these things that like this person was doing that made me feel like, oh, they must like me. Like, there's no way that they don't. Like, if you were just a friend, you wouldn't be doing these things. But also, I don't know you fully, so I can't really assume that you wouldn't act this way, because I don't know you like that. Like, I know bits and pieces about you, but I don't know how you are. But yeah, I just I'm the type of person who, if I like somebody, I will tell them, because I hate holding on to the feeling of a crush and just not saying or doing anything about it because of fear of rejection. Like, I do have a fear of rejection. Don't think I don't. I just would rather say something than just never say anything about it ever. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'll just say it to not waste any more of my time, this person's time, and also just so I can forget about this situation altogether. But the problem that I was having with this person was, I do like them, but what if I still want to be friends with them? Because in my mind, I was still thinking, okay, if there's a chance of them not liking me, will that just mean that they don't want to hang out or talk to me ever again because of this? Like, after me telling them I like them? Or will they be like okay with it, like an adult? Will they be an adult about it and like be okay with it? Thankfully they were okay with it. After I told them I had these feelings, I got like in response like, I think that's great. I just don't like I like you as a friend. I think it would be just better if we stayed friends, because I'm not really the type of person, like, I don't want to get with people from work. Like, that's just not something that's been good in the past for me, so I don't want to do that. But like, I'd still like to be friends if you're okay with it. And I was like, yes, ideally that is not how I wanted the situation to go, but I mean, it's not worst case scenario at the same time. Like, I still want to be friends, still want to hang out, still want to do stuff. Just like, have this information, I guess, in the back of your head. But I'm slowly kind of trying to make everything pass in like my feelings towards this person, because if they don't feel the same, like, why should I waste my time and energy trying to attract them, or maybe even think of the possibility of like, if I become or stay friends with them, that later down the line they'll change their mind, because that's not always the case. Like, people don't owe you anything, and I think that's something I forget. Because I've always been the type of person to match energies. Like, if you aren't going to give me the time of day, why the fuck should I give you the time of day? I don't owe you anything. And I always forget that that's the case for other people too. Like, they don't have to talk to you at all. People don't have to text you back if they really don't want to, because they don't owe you anything. If they don't know you, they don't owe you type shit. So yeah, I've just like been having a hard time coming to terms with that. And as I'd mentioned in the last episode, I was almost done watching Fleabag, and I just finished it yesterday. And it really hit hard for me at the very end when, I don't know if this is a spoiler, I guess it is. If you were planning on watching Fleabag, I'm so sorry. Spoilers are coming. But in the end, the last couple minutes, she says, "I love you." And he says, it'll pass. And he then also says later on, like, I love you too, and then walks away. And that, like, for some reason really just fucking struck a nerve. Like, I love you, it'll pass. What if I burn down the fucking church? What if I bomb the church? Like, those, that just hit too close to home in a way where I'm just like, oh, it'll pass. Fuck. Like, I feel like I'm living that right now. Like, I'm living the end of that show in my real life, in my love life. So I just kind of have accepted it. Also, if you are watching, my camera battery might die soon. So I apologize in advance if what you have to look at is a blank screen for the rest of this episode. I'm so sorry. It's on me. But I'm going to continue with the reading to try to speed it up. Okay, next, the Two of Pentacles presents itself, emphasizing that you are currently juggling multiple responsibilities and challenges, trying to keep everything balanced despite the uncertainty around you. The card often appears when you are trying to manage a lot of things at once, which may be contributing to the overwhelming feeling you're experiencing. It reflects the struggle between different aspects of your life, such as blah, 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 blah. Relationships, career, finances, and personal well-being, and how difficult it can feel to balance them all. The Two of Pentacles asks you to reflect on how you are managing your time and energy, and there areas where you need to let go of unnecessary stress or delegate responsibilities. This card suggests that you might need to reassess your priorities, ensure that you're not spreading yourself too thin. For example, if your finances or career are causing stress, the Two of Pentacles encourages you to take a step back and create a clear, manageable plan. Prioritize what's important and make adjustments where needed. In relationships, it might indicate that you need to communicate better or set clearer boundaries to maintain harmony and avoid feeling stretched too thin. That is also another problem. I want to keep hanging out with this person. They don't like me in that way. I like them, trying to let it pass. But also, do I still want to keep hanging out with them because I do fuck with them and, like, we just get along very well. Like, it's a very tricky situation. I don't know what to do. If anyone is listening and you have any advice on this sort of situation, please let me know, because it feels like so personal to be, like, saying all of this, because people talk. But it truly just don't know what to do in that aspect. It's quite confusing. Girl so confusing, Charlie XCX Lord type shit. Finally, the Nine of Swords brings attention to the anxiety and mental distress that you may be experiencing. This card suggests the emotional and mental toll you're feeling may be amplified by worry, sleeplessness, or overthinking. It often indicates that you are focusing on worst case scenarios and finding it hard to escape from negative thought patterns. The Nine of Swords invites you to confront these fears directly. Many of the anxieties you are experiencing may be rooted in perceptions and not as grounded in reality as they seem. This card can also represent the emotional aftermath of challenging experiences, such as feeling overwhelmed by failure or disappointment. It may be asking you to recognize the impact that excessive worry is having on your well-being. For example, if you're feeling conflicted about your romantic life or career, this card suggests that you may be anticipating negative outcomes. Even if there's no concrete reason to believe that it will happen, it's a reminder that while it's important to acknowledge your fears, it's just as important to let go of the mental burden that they bring. The Nine of Swords encourages you to seek out support, practice self-care, and challenge the thoughts that create more harm than good. God, Lisa, it's like you know me. It's like you're here with me right now, Lisa. I feel like I practice self-care. I don't know, bro. Like, damn, when the $3 tarot card reading from an Etsy witch makes you really think about your life too hard, even though the reason you asked for them to give you a tarot card reading is because you overthink your life too much. Anybody ever had that happen? Like, what the fuck? In summary, Nicole, the card suggests that while you are going through a challenging time, there is hope and direction ahead for you. The Chariot signals that despite your feelings of conflict, you have the strength and willpower to move forward and overcome obstacles. The journey might not be easy, but your determination will be key. The Two of Pentacles highlights the juggling act that you are experiencing in different areas of your life, urging you to find a better balance and prioritize what truly matters to you. If things feel overwhelming, it may be time to reassess and let go of unnecessary stress. Interesting. Lastly, the Nine of Swords suggests that you are dealing with anxiety or mental stress, but it also invites you to face your fears and acknowledge that they may not be as dire as they seem. This card encourages healing through confronting and releasing negative thought patterns. And then the last thing, in practical terms, Nicole, if you're feeling conflicted in your romantic life, career, or finances, the Chariot encourages you to take control and trust that you have the power to steer your life in the direction you desire. Don't let temporary struggles make you lose sight of your goals. The Two of Pentacles advises that it's time to evaluate how you are balancing different responsibilities and whether there are areas where you need to simplify or adjust to avoid burnout. The Nine of Swords suggests that while your worries are valid, they may not seem as permanent or destructive as you fear. Take the time to care for your mental health and work through these anxieties with patience and discipline. You can navigate this rough patch and come out stronger on the other side. Thanks, Lisa. I hope you enjoy your reading, Nicole. If you have any other questions or want to look deeper into certain topics, don't forget to check out my store for more content. I wish you happiness in every aspect of your life. Oh my god, guys, what if I told you her name is Julia? And I've been calling her Lisa this whole time. Oops. Thanks, Julia. Thanks for this $3 reading that I could have given myself. Although I do appreciate it, and I, of course, didn't dive into anything specific when I asked for the reading, so I kind of just was like, can you give me a summary on, over the topics of financial, romantic, career. Give me an overview of those things. So that's what that is. I almost want to pay another Etsy witch just to see what's going on. I kind of have trust and faith in these Etsy witches. I'm not gonna lie. They're the backbone of our country right now. No, not to say that, but I am saying that. I don't give a fuck. Much to think about. Will, of course, overthink this later. How personal can an episode get challenged? Too personal. God, I hope. If you know me personally and you heard these things I said, no, you didn't. Forget that it happened. Talk to me one-on-one about it. That's all I have to say on that. But I kind of want to just divulge from the witch. I want to just talk about my life, like what I've been up to since the last episode. As I said, I finished Fleabag. Oh my god, I need everybody to watch it now. This is me grabbing you by the shoulders, shaking you violently. Please, I'm urging you to watch Fleabag. If you've never seen it before, there's a reason it was nominated for so many things. It's only 2 seasons and it's only 12 episodes. Please, I beg, watch it. Makes me like British people a little bit more. I also went to MegaCon, as I said. Oh my god, I loved MegaCon. I only went on Friday. Learned very quickly. Gonna go 2 days next year because god was it so overwhelming. Not only was it just like overwhelming in the sense that it's a gigantic convention, but it was just overwhelming because none of us really had a set plan on what to do. We've never been to a convention before, so we didn't know what to expect. We were just kind of there for vibes. I was trying to make it like as organized of a day as possible because everything has its own like set times if we wanted to go see panels or like go to photo ops or whatever the fuck the case may be. But god, that convention center was just so fucking huge. And there was like such a lack of service throughout the entire building. So trying to look up a map online was actually terrible. But we had such a great time. I loved it. We didn't even explore all of the convention center, and we originally had thought we were gonna leave, like we were gonna get there around 11ish, leave around like the latest 4 or 5, because the convention on Friday ran from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So we're like, surely we there's no reason we'd be there until 7 p.m. And then once we've like finally got there at like 12ish, it wasn't even 12ish, honestly, it was 12:30 to be exact. we realized we're definitely probably going to stay here for sure past the time that we had originally stated, because God, there's just so much to do and we keep fucking stopping at every booth. Like, my God, there were so many amazing vendors there. It was so cool. I loved every single cosplay I saw. I thought they were really, really good. I saw No Face. Not enough Studio Ghibli cosplay, I will say. I did see too much Squid Game cosplay. Too much. I hated it. But I also we had a counter going of how many furries we saw. Only saw 8, which is surprising. I'm sure there was more, but those were the ones that we saw that we counted for sure. And every time I was telling people at work the next day that I went to MegaCon, they were like, "Did you dress up? Do I look like I would have dressed up? Me? Okay, but I would have liked to. I didn't want to. I still dressed up cute as fuck, just not cosplay. I don't cosplay. So, yeah, maybe next year. Maybe, if I feel like it. But I did really enjoy it. I didn't get to see the main person I really wanted to, which was Matthew Lillard. He was doing a panel with Skeet Ulrich about like Scream or like just horror movies, and it was at 10:30 in the morning, so we were never gonna make it. So I didn't see him at all. I was so sad. But we did get to see the Cullens from Twilight in a panel, and that was awesome. We really liked that. I would totally go again, or I would totally recommend anyone who has a MegaCon coming to your city, or if you live in Orlando and you wanted to go to MegaCon, or you weren't too sure about if you should go or not, if it was worth it, it's definitely worth it. We enjoyed it so much. And we all come from we have different interests, but we all enjoyed it. Yes, there were a lot of people, so some of the waits for some things were just insane, but now we have that knowledge for next time. And my camera battery just died. So sad. I'll try to wrap this up so that you're not staring at a blank screen for very long if you're watching, but I did thoroughly enjoy MegaCon, and I think it was honestly worth it. The ticket I bought before, like, it was kind of during their period where they weren't, it was almost like pre-sale, but not really. So I got them really cheap. I think it was like $45. It was worth it. I can't wait to go again next year. That's all I can think about. I still haven't been watching any Oscar movies. I gotta say, it's quite embarrassing. Time is creeping up on me, and I've only seen like one Oscar nominated movie. I'm just not like, I'm not motivated right now to go watch anything. It sucks. Another thing, the Super Bowl, I did mention. I'm so glad the Eagles won. I don't give a fuck about football, but goddamn, I love those Eagles. Eagle fans, am I right? Yeah, Philadelphia. Woo, Jalen Hurts. Woo, everybody. Woo. Woo. Honestly, just wanted them to win. I feel like most people had the same reason why they wanted the Eagles to win, but it was just to shut the fucking Chiefs up. Maybe everything isn't about you, Chiefs. And maybe it never was. And nobody fucking cares about your team. And you guys suck. And yeah. The fact that Trump was there, also, why? Why the fuck are you there? Don't you have a country to run? Why the fuck are you watching a football game? You don't even give two shits. Ugh, that shit pissed me off. Mega. I don't care that you're at the football game, bro. Go home. Go to work. Anyway, Kendrick's halftime performance was beautiful. I'm gonna say it, fangirling. I wasn't expecting myself to fangirl that much, but I did. And I also did have like a little prediction list of like who I thought he was gonna bring out, because usually for the Super Bowl halftime, a lot of artists will do like kind of their entire discography, like what is like their biggest hits. And a lot of Kendrick's biggest hits, not only are they so big and political, but a lot of them have features. And so I thought that he was going to be bringing out all these people, but he ended up really just bringing SZA, which I already knew was going to happen, so that wasn't like a surprise to me. Samuel L. Jackson was a little bit surprising. I was not expecting that, but I thought it was awesome, and I loved his part in the whole halftime show. But I'll read out to you the list of people I thought he was going to bring out, or like that I really almost wanted him to bring out, but he didn't. I only got one prediction right. Okay, this is who I thought he was going to bring out. Future, I wanted him to sing Like That so bad. Baby Keem, come on. Baby Keem. Bitch, I'm Baby Keem. Two Phone Baby Keem. Like, I wanted that. Why didn't I get that? Metro Boomin, also just for Like That. Beyonce, question mark? Because, because America has a problem. Can you imagine? I would have lost it. It would have been too political for him to bring her out and like sing that song, but I really, really wanted it to happen. Schoolboy Q, he just has so many songs with Schoolboy Q. Hello, what if they sang Collard Greens? What if they performed Collard Greens? Then what? That would have gone hard. Just saying. Drake would be insane, is what I wrote. A lot of people also were just the fucking memes about Drake that night were beautiful, top tier. I've never seen the internet more united in my life. No Taylor. God, no. I specifically did not want Taylor to be there if he brought her out. Now I knew that she was going to be at the Super Bowl, obviously because of Travis. But I was like, I swear to God, if they fucking bring Taylor Swift out, I'm actually gonna kind of be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. She plays no role into this. She does not need to be there. Why would Taylor be there? You know? But I did write it down just in case it did happen. Dr. Dre, question mark? Because I kind of don't remember why I wrote Dr. Dre. I think it's just because he shouted out Dr. Dre at the Grammys, so I thought maybe. But no Dr. Dre. But DJ Mustard, I did get that right. Mustard. Yeah, got that right. So I think that genuinely really is all I have left to say. Go pay your local Etsy witch $3 and get a little tarot card reading. Or alternatively, do one yourself if you have tarot cards. And enjoy the answers you get. Will they be what you want? Maybe, maybe not. That's the beauty of tarot cards. Really trying to emphasize positivity in my life right now because trying to tap into high school Nicole when I learned what the law of attraction was, and if you believe positive things, you attract positive things. So manifesting and tricking myself into being more positive because life, like, I'm gonna be okay. Like, as Kendrick Lamar would say, we gonna be all right. Like, girl, we are gonna be all right. Everything will work itself out. You are great. You are positive. You are awesome. You are beautiful. You are hot. Don't get it twisted. You are fun. You are someone's dream girl. You just haven't found them yet, type shit. Or they just haven't found you. Whatever the case may be. But yeah, I just really need to be more happy. Like, this is really what my last few weeks of being 22 are, like, about. That's terrible. I don't want it to be like that. By the next episode, I will not be 22 anymore. I will be 23. What do 23-year-olds even do? Like, as opposed to, like, I know they just live, but, like, damn. To say I'm 23? What if I killed myself? Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. I'm gonna pretend it's awesome, though, because it's my Jordan year, but, like, what's a song about being 23? that isn't the Miley Cyrus one. Please send them my way. Tell me what's good about being 23 if you are 23 or you're older than 23. What's it like to be fucking senior citizen? Me in 2 years. Me when I'm 25, when I turn 25 and I become geriatric immediately because I never expected myself to live that long. I'm going to be honest. Like I don't even expect myself to live past 30. It's crazy when I get to that age. I'm like, "Oh my god. This is crazy." I don't know. 23? 23? I was 13 10 years ago? Ew! What do you mean I was in 8th grade 10 years ago, a decade ago? Fuck. Okay, I gotta get off. I gots to go. Because it's happening. I'm overthinking and I need to stop because mama, we gonna be all right. Mama, a good year ahead of you. Mama, you are beyond words amazing. Okay? Me talking to myself. I'm not even gonna, like, what is this? What is this positivity? I just need to listen to, like, affirmation frequencies. I need to listen to manifestation frequencies now. 2300 hertz manifestations because I'm gonna be 23, so it only feels right. Am I right? If anyone looks up what 23 like the 2300 manifestation hertz like sound is, let me know if it's any good. I'm gonna listen to it, but I think it's fucking funny if you just looked it up. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Brain Dump. I'm Nicole, and I hope you have a great day, a great rest of your week, and I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I will see you next week. Bye. 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 I can't even wave goodbye because the camera's not on, but just know I'm waving goodbye.